Reporters in your contact list could equal to swatting if your email gets spoofed. And if somebody sends something around to all your contacts in your contact list, and there's reporters in it, I mean, because let's face it, reporters and journalists are actually, they're not very good people. They're propagandists and sensationalists who will use you as a news story. You know, they'll help create the negative news story and then use you as a story. I recently found this out. And they don't care who they negatively affect. Like, you know, if somebody's address is going to get put in on it that it's not even where you live, and they go into a small town like, you know, where my wife's house is, and you know, they have 4 cop cars out in front of her house. You know, it's like, she lives in a small town where everybody talks, and, you know, she'll have to explain everything. It's like, you know, it's just, there's no consideration for this, you know. And these people that spoof people's emails and then you know, send shit around everybody's contact list. It's like, and then these reporters who, you know, okay, if they got an email from me that's saying I'm going to kill myself, that's what you would do. You would send the cops around to, you know, escalate the situation if I was in that state of mind, to get a news story out of it. You see how underhanded and foul they are. That's foul, you know. It's like, and then, you know, sub-spirits get to, you know, for manipulating that out of them against me, now they get to use that against them. You know, I don't have to do anything. It's on automatic pilot. They struck against me for no reason, you know, trying to get me jammed up just so that they could have something to report on, rather than try to, you know, do something right, do something nice. It's just like a jab, you know, a jab for me saying in a previous video some shit about them, you know, ignoring, you know, it's like they're trying to vilify me again for who I am, for my condition, you know, like I'm not allowed to say things anymore. And they want to take and twist my words to mean that, oh, I intend to harm somebody or myself, right? Like right now, this is hitting my agoraphobia again, where it's like, you know, I had to go interact with police, you know, and prove that I'm not a threat to myself or anyone else, based on, you know, some shit, right? It's like, these people don't realize how easy it'd be to swat them back, you know, where I could send an email around as one of them, and, you know, to all their contacts, and, you know, say some shit, and then call the police. Oh my God, this person said they're gonna kill themselves. Go do a fucking check on their house, you know? You see what I'm saying? It's like they don't realize how easy it'd be. And then, you know, you force somebody to have interaction with the police. You have forced a career woman like my wife, who minds her own business, to have to explain to people in the town why there's, you know, half the police in the town are fucking at her house, you know? Just weird shit, man, that people don't consider when they go doing emotional, retarded, you know, white devil bullshit, right? And that's what this was. White devil bullshit. Somebody didn't like something that was said in an email, you know, regardless of whether or not I sent it, you know, they don't even care if I sent it, you know. Anything that I get from somebody that's to all their contacts, I'm suspicious of, because, you know, nobody sends stuff to all their contacts. Nobody that I know clicks all contacts. Nobody, okay? So when I get something from somebody and it's all their contacts, it's contacts I've never seen before. I know they'd never send me an email showing me their contacts of their family and stuff. Like, you know, what's happening to people in this town, and it's spreading everybody's emails around. It's like, I'd never, you know, take that serious, you know, because I know it's not from her. Like, you know, my wife's friend Nikki, get emails from her all the time that ain't from her. Okay, they spoofed her email and they stole her contact list, and they send me emails from her that ain't from her. But I know they're not from her because she has never sent me an email that was to me from her that was to all her contacts. She's always maintained that level of privacy between, her contacts, keeping me from seeing them by, never sending me something that was sent to all of them. You see, some people are like that. They're conscious of that. So this is the level of stupidity and retardation. This is the second time a fucking reporter has done this, from these Traverse City freaks, man. I've accepted now, there's no decent reporters or journalists in northern Michigan. If you don't have a story about a beer joint to open up or some other retarded shit, they don't got, they don't want to hear from you. They don't want to hear what you got to share. And if they can find a way to fuck with you for daring to tug their cuff, and it's like, hey, trying to get their attention. If they can find a way to fuck with you for that, then they will. So, you best if you go in your emails right now. You got contacts that are, any kind of celebrity, propagandist, news, anything. You need to delete those contacts. Take them right out of your contact list before you can't get into your email. Because if you wait till you can't get in your email, they're already fucking with people as you. Okay, and they can do it. So there are a lot of people are creative, man. They'll go into your drafts or your sent emails and they'll copy and paste pieces of shit together to where it looks like you wrote the email because it's your words. You see, then they just copied and pasted them though exactly the way you type it, right? And they just piece it together differently. I've gotten back in the emails where people have done this. And they were dumb enough to do it from that email where it was in the sent emails that they sent these emails out. Later I was able to get back into the email, And, I've got some emails like that now. I can't get into them. And I don't want to go get into my emails because I don't want to see the mean responses that may have been there directed at me, right? So, it's like I've got a lot of emails I probably won't even try to go back into. I think I'm all done with the internet, really. I mean, I might post some videos, and I felt like I had to post this one to warn y'all that you're not going to find any good people amongst the reporters and journalists, because that's not what they are. They're propagandists and they're sensationalists, and they will use you for ratings. They will use you for a news story, a negative news story, so that they can show up. Oh yes, a man on a common welfare check had standoff with police, try and turn it into something. And with me, it didn't work, because for one, my sister's a cop. So I don't want to have any negative interaction with law enforcement that would shame her or, would cause her to dislike me any more than she already does. And I have a respect for the laws of the land in the respect that, I abide by them even if I don't agree with them. So that I don't have to have negative interaction with law enforcement. Okay, there's enough fools out there doing that. We need the cops busy with real criminals, real threats to society, not people that are perceived threats. Okay, it's like it'd be nice if one of these freaks be like, hey, wow, he's a really good actor, he's a really good writer. In response to some of my shit, sometime. I mean, something that I really do. And it's like. Whoever did this, they're brilliant, because they didn't have to make a call, right? They didn't have to do anything except for convince somebody that I wrote an email taking advantage of a temporary video that I had up a rant. I noticed that video got looked at a lot in the fucking couple hours it was up. So somebody is stalking me online. They're backdooring my internet connections or something. They know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, and that's how they're able to personify me. There's like personifications of me out there that aren't even me. contacting people as me, that are smart enough to take my words and put them together differently to use them against me. And I don't even know who all has been, hit, what all has been said, and how people have taken it. And now I reached this point where it's such a big mess. I mean, police, man. I mean, when police are looking for you over some shit online, and, I go out of my way to make sure I don't violate any laws, when the police are after you for online content or emails, then, I don't have Facebook and Twitter and none of that. I mean, I have a couple Twitter accounts, but I don't have my Facebook. I think I have one entertainer Facebook page that, it's dormant. I use it for trying to raise funds for feral kitties now. And, it's like I don't do anything. That's why I really, I feel assaulted when somebody puts me in a position where the police are looking for me. They're scaring my wife, because she worries about me, because she knows if I get arrested, I won't survive incarcerated like I've done, so many times before. She knows I won't make it to the county system. And, if I was placed immediately in the prison system, I'd probably be okay. I could acclimate. But the county is too hard for how old I am, and I'm under doctor's care, and they're not going to accommodate the things that I need. I won't last very long, So it's like to commit a crime that would get me arrested is tantamount to suicide, right? So I wouldn't do that, purposefully anyway. So, I'm greatly disappointed in people now that, this could turn into this. And I still have no clue what was said that would cause it. It's like people just have to do a welfare check, make sure I'm okay and I'm not going to hurt myself and scare people. You guys know from my previous videos, I'm being stalked by police who want to serve me for, some extortionists downstate that are violating laws trying to extort money from me. And, so I'm thinking, well, either they want to arrest me or they want to serve me with these papers, and they're taking advantage of some shit, right, to act like I did something online. I really at first thought that was what it was, and that they were just using that as an excuse that I didn't even do anything, right? And then, it comes out that, there's this email, and the wording of it caused concern. The wording of an email caused concern. So you gotta watch your wording, right? You gotta watch your contact list. If they're reporters, journalists, it's like, no, they create negative news if they can, if they ain't got nothing else. And I was almost a negative news story, just God works in wondrous ways, where I was, I was helping Lisa home a couple kitties, so I was able to get back down here in a timely fashion to visit with the police and ascertain that whatever they heard is wrong. Now I'm stuck here because I had my ride lined up from halfway out there, and then you're getting all these calls from police and stuff, and so it's like I gotta come back here. So I'm back here now. It's scary because I don't know, they're gonna decide later they want to put a warrant out for my arrest, and then they're gonna pick me up from my wife's house instead of showing me the courtesy of calling me so I could just go to the jail and get arrested, because that's how I feel about it. I'd rather go there and get arrested in private than have them, my wife has to explain shit further, over some retarded, fucked up subhuman, controlled by a sub-spirit that took advantage of an opportunity to attack me to them, and sent the police after me over something supposedly said in an email. It's like, technology is becoming burdensome, ain't it? I mean, think it could happen to you. Your email could get spoofed. You won't even know it. If you don't have no alternative emails and have them in your contact list, you'll never know if your email is being spoofed. Now, if you have an alternative email in your contact list where, okay, if they are spoofing your email, you're going to get an email from yourself, then you'll know, okay? And I've been being spoofed by a few different emails for years. This one here, it's like it must be something that's associated to my name for them to put all the dots together and go to my wife's house, and they know so much about my wife, and it's like this got her spooked out. Now it's like, why do these, I've never break any laws, never broken any laws. Why are the police, knowing so much about me? It's like, why have they researched me so thoroughly when I've done nothing wrong? Just because I'm married to you and some reporter wanted to, cause problems for you, and that shows you what they are. For those of you who know, I've been trying to raise awareness for the kitties. I got rid of 2 of them today, and a reporter's response to pleas for them would be to obviously would be to thwart their help, because if you take me out of the way, who's going to take care of the kitties, you see? So this is like, a reporter tried to starve out some kitties today. Nobody calls the police on somebody to do a welfare check that's not trying to cause problems between the police and that person. So they use the cops as a stick to beat me with for putting them on the spot. Yeah, well, I guess you're not as brilliant as you think you are. You can't even tell a few people about these kitties, It's like, I guess when you hold a mirror up to people and you show them how ugly they are, the natural response is to attack you for it. So they want to kill the messenger instead of, dealing with the message. And, I'm not letting it have the response that they thought it would get, like it would drive me further into my depression. Actually, this yanked me out of it. It gave me new virility and fight. I got off 2 of the kitties today. They're going to a farm. They're going to live in a barn. They're going to eat mice and birdies and stuff. They're going to have a good country life. It gave me hope that I can get off some more of them and defer some of the cost, vet cost that Lisa's going to incur. I'm going to incur. I'm going to have to pay her back. You see, so it's like it's tripped out what it did. That, cops are people too, right? They're just normal people when they're not on the job. My sister's a normal person when she's not on the job. And, that's something that I remembered about them, that maybe they are telling the truth and they just did want to do a welfare check. So I took the chance. I had wholeheartedly expected to be sitting in a jail cell right now. And for all the person knows who sent the police after me, I didn't even send that email, right? I do write a lot of mean-spirited drafts that I never send out to people. It could be something I wrote, that I decided I didn't want to send. And it was just sitting there waiting to go out. It's happened to me before. But, it's like I like to think that at some point, whoever's doing this will get a life. And stop targeting people online, especially harmless people like me. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help animals. I'm trying to do stuff. And you're dicking with what's left of my energy. I don't have a lot of energy left. And I'm trying to apply it positively. And, you're trying to stomp that out and turn it all negative. I already have bipolar rants and shit. It's part of my condition. I don't need no more negativity. It's hard dealing with that. And I don't know. Maybe one of my rant emails went out. A rant video got watched. I had to delete it.